And it makes you angry that most Americans don't believe in open borders, doesn't it?
Not in the slightest, sir. Again, I am not here to discuss the immigration policy.
Yeah. Duty, honor, respect, you talked about that
Yes,
in
Senator.
your opening statement. On October 14th of this year, you went on CNN. I want to read you what you said, make sure I'm accurate. Here's what you said. President Trump is not like any sane leader. I'm very proud of General Milley for saying that President Trump is a total fascist.
The hearing opened like many others, formal, controlled, and seemingly predictable. A Democratic general sat confidently before the committee, prepared to speak on military policy. Senator Kennedy, however, had a different direction in mind. What followed was not loud, chaotic, or emotional. It was calm, deliberate, and devastating. Kennedy listened patiently as prepared answers were delivered with practiced precision. Then he began asking questions that cut past the surface. The conversation shifted from policy to principle in a matter of seconds. Past television appearances were suddenly brought into the room. Words once spoken casually were now read back slowly and clearly. The atmosphere changed as the stakes became unmistakable. This was no longer about abstract ideas or hypotheticals. It became about accountability and respect for the American people. The general realized the ground beneath him was no longer solid, and everyone watching knew this hearing was about to take a sharp turn.
Yes,
You
Senator.
believe in open borders, don't you?
I believe in the rule of law, sir.
Right. And it makes you angry that President Trump does not believe in open borders, doesn't it?
Senator, I'm not here to discuss immigration policy. I'm here to discuss whether or not we use the military to enforce it.
And it makes you angry that most Americans don't believe in open borders, doesn't it?
Not in the slightest, sir. Again, I am not here to discuss the immigration policy.
Yeah. Duty, honor, respect, you talked about that
Yes,
in
Senator.
your opening statement. On October 14th of this year, you went on CNN. I want to read you what you said, make sure I'm accurate. Here's what you said. President Trump is not like any sane leader. I'm very proud of General Milley for saying that President Trump is a total fascist. To Bob Woodward, if he, as chairman of the Joint Chiefs, is calling the president a fascist, I'm so proud of him for breaking that barrier. The challenge is because most MAGA Republicans, they don't understand what fascism is. The reality is that they are, in fact, fascists themselves. Did I read that accurately?
Senator, I am happy to discuss my personal perspectives with you separately at any time. That's not the purpose of the hearing today.
Did I read that accurately?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. You think you're smarter than the American people, don't you?
Absolutely not, Senator. I am here to discuss the use of the military as part of this mass deportation.
You think you're more virtuous than the American people, don't you, General?
Senator, I am insulted by your comment.
Duty, honor, and respect. You talked about that in your opening statement, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Moran said, I wrote down her words. She said, by their actions, you know what someone's character is like. You agree with that?
Senator, for 35 years, I served my country with absolute honor and distinction, and I will continue to do so.
You agree with what Ms. Moran said?
Of course.
Mr.
In the end, this exchange showed exactly why Senator Hawley's approach resonates with so many Americans. He did not shout, posture, or hide behind vague language. He asked clear questions that demanded clear answers. When the witness tried to redirect the conversation, Hawley brought it back to the facts. He reminded the room that words spoken publicly carry real weight. Calling millions of Americans extreme labels is not harmless rhetoric. It reveals a deep disconnect between elite opinion and everyday citizens. Hawley stood firm in defending the right of Americans to be respected, not dismissed. He made it clear that disagreement is not the same as moral superiority. Service to the country deserves honor, but it does not excuse reckless statements. Hawley's persistence forced honesty where evasion was the preferred tactic. He showed that accountability does not disappear behind credentials or rank. The exchange exposed how easily power can slip into condescension. Hawley refused to let that pass unchallenged. He spoke for voters who feel talked down to rather than listened to. This was not about scoring political points. It was about drawing a line between leadership and arrogance. Hawley proved that senators are not there to protect feelings. They are there to protect truth and the dignity of the people they represent. And in this moment, Hawley did exactly that.